Welcome back to another episode of the Easy Convo. I'm joined again by my co-host, Mr. Zaid Dejani. How we doing, champ? How we doing?
No, we're doing good, man. We're doing all right. All right.
Okay, okay. Man, today we're joined by a special guest, somebody who's been a light in more than one way, um, using his platform on social media to not only spread love, but share his testimony and remind everyone that Jesus Christ is still moving in the lives of anyone who accepts him into their hearts. And honestly, for me personally, that's the kind of energy that I want to surround myself with. It's the kind of energy of people that we want to talk to. Um, and Zaid, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, just for a further introduction, who we're sitting down with today, we're sitting down with AJ White, former collegiate hooper, now one of the top barbers in the Kansas City Metro. But like you mentioned, beyond the Clippers, AJ has become a real voice for mental health, authenticity, and faith. AJ, we appreciate you joining us today, brother. We hope this is an easy conversation for you.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all having me, bro.
For sure.
Enough for Mr. AJ. Clap it up for you,
Start
man.
off, man, for the audience, for people that may not know you personally, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um, so yeah, man. I think just kind of going into everything that I've kind of just been posting lately. Um, I started playing basketball. I did 3 years at Drury University down in Springfield. And that was like a tough 3 years, bro. I went from being a high school starter for 3 years on varsity and then went to college, you know what I'm saying, on a full ride, but still riding the bench. You know what I'm saying? I say like maybe my 3 years I played 30 minutes and I know a lot of people chopping up the politics and stuff, but um, it was just hard. Like it was like a real like, okay, this is how life works. Like even if you're putting in hours in the gym, even if, you know what I'm saying, you're doing the most to show your coach and whoever's in leadership, you know what I'm saying, that you're doing your trying your hardest, like things can still not work out. So um after those 3 years, I stopped playing basketball, came back home to Kansas City, and finished my degree at Rutgers University. I ended up getting a psychology degree. Um, and I feel like I don't think a lot of things are coincidence. I think everything is God and Holy Spirit led. So, because I started off with a bio major and a psych minor, and long story short, I ended up getting a degree in psychology. And it was just to, uh, what do you call it? Like to keep me on track with graduation. But psychology, I think, really saved my life. Getting to really understand like the ins and outs and how many layers there are to why somebody is who they are. Um, so that kind of started off this whole journey, man. After that, um, or when I came back home, started cutting hair. Or I really started cutting my own hair when I went down to school at Jury and cutting teammates and stuff. And my childhood barber, when I came back home, spot opened up at the shop, and I took it, bro. So that's kind of how that started. Probably did that for a year, and after, so what? Got into the shop in September, and I think in June was my first therapy session of that, I guess, following year. So now it's going on 2 years being in therapy, and I would say it's going on 2 years of me being actually a part of the church and got baptized last year. And I just really see the difference that both of those things have made in my life. Like, as far as how I look at my past and how I carry myself now, and really accepting the light that I can bring into the room. So, um, yeah, man, I would just really be feeling called to share that with people because I feel like a lot of people will write people off. You know what I'm saying? Like you're too far gone. But yeah, I thought I was too far gone. Like, he knows me, you know what I'm saying? People that have known me from my past, boy, they would, if you look at me in my past, I mean, still to this day, I can look at old videos and I'm like, I can't even believe that I'm here doing and saying the stuff I am right now. So,
100%. I think anyone that hears that can relate to that on a personal level, bro. And I level with you right there. And you mentioned like making that transition of being a collegiate athlete to then moving into barber school and things like that. And like, funny story, bro. I remember when you like were still cutting out of the barber shop, out of the barber school shop, and I like hit you up. I'm like, man, AJ, like I need a cut, bro. I'm back in KC for like an hour, and you're like, man, like pull up on me, bro. Like I got you. And we, you know, what I'm saying, it had been probably a couple years since we had last seen each other before that, but man, we sat down and we chopped it up like we just saw each other yesterday, and that kind of speaks to the character that you have. But like, um, to transition, can you touch on that transition a little bit more of like going from the day to day life of we got practice at 7 a.m. We got workouts at 9. We got class 10, 11, 12. And then I got, you got to go get shots up and hit the calf, whatever the case may be. Like, can you touch a little bit more on that shift from being a collegiate athlete to then, okay, now I'm going to take this barbering a little bit more serious?
Yeah, bro. It was hard, bro. Like having your schedule mapped out every single day, and then coming home from all of that to having no schedule. Like I admit, like I was lost for probably about a whole year. I mean, when I came back home, I still, like I said, I finished up my degree and stuff, so I still had classes, but I was still in what 15, 17 credit hours, but I wasn't on campus. I didn't live on campus, I had my own apartment and everything, so and I was just at the shop all the time, and I had my own schedule. So it was tough. It was tough. I definitely got into a lot of extracurricular stuff that I probably, what I'm saying, shouldn't have done, and it's just having that free time. I would say like the probably the biggest transition was that like learning what I wanted to do with my life. Did I actually want to pursue school, or did I want to pursue this barber career? Um, yeah, I mean, as a college kid, as an athlete, you don't have time to party. You know what I'm saying? Like you do, but you can't really enjoy it as much as a regular student because even if you go out drinking, you can only drink so much because you got practice in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to perform and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, it was one point, you know what I'm saying? It was prime time Kansas City, Westport, you know what I'm saying? I'm outside and uh I started to see like a reputation like, oh, and I was smoking and stuff at the time too. So it's like, oh, that's what I'm saying, AJ does whatever, whatever. And that's AJ that's outside that also cuts hair. And I didn't like that. Like I remember thinking like I remember the day I was thinking, I was like, bro, I don't like being so and so that also cuts hair. I wanted to be AJ's the barber that also enjoys his time. So I think that was the biggest transition for me. Was doing making my business like as a barber. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own brand, so it's I know people that are outside every day and they don't even know they cut hair. You know what I'm saying? And I want people if they see me, they know I'm a barber. They know I'm a professional. They know I'm a successful entrepreneur. Um, so yeah, I think that was like the biggest transition. Like, what did I want to be known as?
100%. That's a great testament. And as a barber, what do you think makes a great barber beyond the cut? You're interacting with a lot of different people, pretty consistently, and you can, really have an influence on people's lives just out of just cutting their hair. So, what do you think makes a great barber beyond the cut itself?
Man, personality is everything, bro. How you connect with people in the chair. We talk about it all the time. Like some of the barbers people go to, you know what I'm saying, they're people are loyal to their barbers, bro. Whether he's good, bad, getting bad haircuts for 20 years of your life. But if that's somebody that's watched you grow, that's giving you wisdom and has been connected to you in your life, and what I'm saying, been to graduations and been a part of all those big things, like the cut is secondary. I have a lot of people that don't even care about their haircut. They just come and they just know they're going to get a good conversation out of me, or they know they can come and vent and it's a safe space. So I feel like that's like the biggest thing. I enjoy that, which is also why like I enjoy mental health and therapy and psychology and everything, because there's a lot of people out here holding stuff in, bro. I can't tell you how many times a walk-in has come in and they've cried, like literally cried real tears in my chair just because they were finally able to feel whatever, what I'm saying, they've suppressed and held in all that time. So um, I think that's like the biggest thing that I like to provide as a barber. I love going to basketball games for my high school kids, elementary kids, like whatever people are in. I like to support them outside of the shop. And then even now, like I'm 3 years in, like I can't go to Walmart or I can't go to, what I'm saying, outlet malls and stuff like that without seeing people. And it's taken me a while to accept that people, uh, I guess, get joy from seeing me. It's cool to see people like light up. You know what I'm saying? When kids see me or outside and they're like, and they're with people like, oh, that's my barber. I'm like, yeah, it's a dope it's a dope feeling, man. It's a dope feeling to feel like people are proud that they can say they have that connection with me.
Yeah, man, I think that again, like we were speaking about earlier, that's just a testament to your transition and how you've, like you said, like you wanted to be identified as not only AJ who goes outside, I see him outside, and oh, he also cuts hair, but like, man, that's my barber. We have good conversations. We have a real relationship. And one thing I want to touch on too, for anybody listening to this, if you are loyal to your barber, stay loyal unless you learn how to cut your own hair. Because like you're not trying to walk out the chair like, looking at look, you feel me? Like I think we all been there and you just don't want to put yourself in that situation. And I'm gonna say it for AJ because he's still professional, not trying to let you know, but like we done been there where you like, whoa, okay, hold
Hey
on.
man, there's a lot of people walking around here don't even know what they got on their head, man.
You feel me? But man, I want to ask you this too, AJ. What would you say is one of the biggest misconceptions people may have when they look at a barber from the outside looking in and they're like, oh, he just cut hair. But what is one of those biggest misconceptions that people may have outside looking in?
Oh boy, that we're real people. Um, You know what I'm saying? Life happens, car troubles, you know what I'm saying? Bills need to get paid. People are in the hospital. We can't be there all the time. Like, and I feel like that comes with, as a barber, learning how to respect your own time. Because if you don't respect your own time, ain't nobody gonna respect it. Yeah, people feel like uh, they can just hit you up at any time, any hour of the day, and come get a haircut. Like, bro, I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. sometimes, and it's like, bro, I have to go get lunch. I have to go to the car and just de-stress. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's more to life than just cutting hair. I don't think people realize how demanding it is to be a barber too. Because I mean, I could just go in there, be quiet with my headphones on, and just cut hair. Like that's an easy way to be a barber. But if I'm in there, music playing, our barbershop is really family oriented, so we always have kids running around. It's not a quiet shop. So for me personally, like sometimes I can get overstimulated, and after a long day, sometimes I just need to sit in silence. You know what I'm saying? So. Um, yeah, I feel like anybody that's either pursuing that career or just wants to know what it's like to be a barber, come sit for a full day in the shop on a Friday or Saturday, and you'll be. And I've had people do that, and they're like, "Yeah, I didn't realize how how chaotic that environment can be." But I think it's dope that for the guys that do it and still have conversations and still keep their composure. Um, yeah, it can be mentally draining, but it's forever rewarding.
For sure. And I want to transition a little bit to, you kind of touched on mental health and, finding your purpose and being a barber. You've been really open about it, in our conversation so far, but also on your social media about mental health and your faith in Christ. For a lot of young men out there, mental health is obviously um, a pandemic, quite literally, in the U.S. right now and just in general. What made you want to take that approach, on your social media and just in general to be an advocate for those things?
Uh, Man, honestly, I would probably say, I think a lot of people know who Vic Blends is. If you don't, he's that barber, young white guy, real low cut, almost bald hair, but he'll go around cutting the homeless and stuff and giving out free cuts and having a conversation with people. I did take inspiration from him from doing that. But even before I saw his videos, like I said, communicating it and connecting with people on a one-on-one on a deeper level, I've really liked that. Uh, so I would say, with all that combined, whether it's people letting me know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you should be on social media and these conversations should be, recorded and it'd be great content. And I've wrestled with that idea for a long time, like years. And it's kind of like uh, I started posting the stuff that I'm doing now just because it's just me. I'm able to be open with people. I'm able to, recently I'm able to be open with people and letting them know, what I'm saying, the public on a more broad and public platform. But um, uh, yeah, I don't think it would be. I don't think if I was to record my conversations or let people know that I'm recording this cut, I don't think the conversations would be the same because they know it's a safe space. You know what I'm saying, and they're able to open up with no judgment. Um, so that's kind of why I've shifted to giving out my testimony and being open with my mental health issues and uh, just stuff I deal with on a daily basis and my testimony because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. I feel like there's a lot of people in the church and profess that their faith. They make it seem sweet or like they didn't do anything prior to being saved or to the life that they're living now. Um, like this, there's people out here that say, come to Jesus. And yeah, I used to lie to my mom, but there's also people, saying like me and, other people that are like, I used to really be out here selling drugs and gang affiliated, and not me. But, there's people that, saying Paul used to, they're literally going house to house, pulling Christians out their house and killing them, saying? And now, he has over, half of the New Testament written. So, that's really my biggest thing is letting people know you're not too far gone. Like, um, being a Christian is not corny. It's a real thing. Having that experience with Jesus is real. Really can and will change your life if you allow it. So yeah, that's why I'm so open now because it's like I felt that need to let people know, man. Like this Christian lifestyle is not uh all roses, bro. It's hard. You have to die to yourself literally daily, moment by moment. Um, and your story can reach my story. I know my story just based off my past and the people that I know in my past can reach them because they know the life I used to live. And I was living it with them. And now they know, what I'm saying? They see me with a changed life. I don't, what I'm saying? I don't smoke anymore. I don't go out to clubs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not using women emotionally or physically and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, that's the biggest reason why.
100%. And I wanted to ask you this too, AJ. I got it's like a two-part question, but like you touch obviously there a little bit on your testimony, but like when you really start to form that relationship with Christ and really take it more seriously than you said you have in the past, like have you noticed a shift in the way like you talk to your clients now and the way that those relationships really start to flourish in terms of like okay, like we talked about earlier, man, there's AJ from the club. Man, I remember I seen you, da 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 da, and that was cool, and da 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 da. But then it kind of ends there. Have you noticed like the conversation really has gone from that to more like you mentioned a deeper level? Could you touch on that side of things a little bit more?
Yeah, man. I'm a firm believer that being vulnerable, is healing. Um, and it takes a lot to be vulnerable. Um, you have to understand and be aware of your past and aware of what you're feeling in that moment. So yeah, I feel like with me being more vulnerable to my clients, and providing that space, they're more vulnerable with me and what they have going on in their life. And my favorite thing to do, I try to do it daily, is mention um, the word or Jesus in every, what I'm saying, at least once a day. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it is, I invite people to church all the time in my chair. I have people that I've invited and they still go to church. And it's not necessarily you got to go to my church, but I'm a firm believer that you got to be in the community to or at least try to be in the community to have that change. Because I mean, it's my algorithm is a lot of faith based stuff, but that's not a lot of people's algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, I had to literally go on the click them. People don't even know it. You got them three dots and hit the not interested. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not seeing booty all over my timeline. Like I can scroll for days, and you know what I'm saying? It's just not on my timeline, bro. Because that's
Zay, he giddy. Look at Zay, he giddy. He got him giddy now. Look at him, he giddy over there. Talk about booty. Look at him, giddy. Got excited. You gotta chill. You gotta chill with him.
nah, but for
Got him
real
giddy
though,
over here.
it's real, bro. Like people
No,
don't
that's the
go around
truth.
talking about the
I know what you
gospel.
mean, though.
Like you just don't know how if I don't say something to them and giving them the good news that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, I you know what I'm saying? I don't know how long it would be until somebody does. You know what I'm saying? So um yeah, if I have that opportunity to explain that or share that with you, I'm going to. Even if they're not a believer, man, I'm gonna let you know. You know, I'm gonna let you know what he did for me. I have to. This is what I'm called to do.
Yeah, man. Like I said, like a two-part question to that too. Zayd kind of touched on it. Just with like I love the way you phrased it too, Zayd. You said like it's a pandemic within men, especially to not only be vulnerable, but to open up about how they're feeling and things like that. And like I wanted to ask, like, what's one thing you wish that young men, not even men in general, let's say young men knew in terms of how to take care of their mind, how to take care of their spirit. Like, um, you said the other day, like I follow you obviously, so I see the stuff you post. So like you said the other day, and I related to this so much, dog. You was like, man, I was tested today. Cause if this was me 4, 5 years ago, I would have blacked on whoever this was. But like by the grace of God, you said by the grace of God, man, I'm patient with you. So like what's I use that as an example to say like what's one thing that you wish young men knew in terms of how to take care of their not only mental health but their mind and their spirit and things like that.
Yeah, man, vulnerability is a superpower, bro. It really is. It really is because just going based off of what you said, that example that I had posted, bro, like it really is. Because I know even back then when I would snap on people, I'm going back to my room. I may not tell anybody about it, but I be like, dang, like I don't even know why I snapped on them that bad, or situation wasn't even that deep for me to snap on them. And with the tools I've been given through therapy and being able to break down layers of my own life and my past traumas and stuff, I'm able to accept those things and understand that yeah, I might be snapping on you, but I'm really snapping on, you know what I'm saying, an old coach or an old girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? So that's affecting my day-to-day life, and a lot of people are not aware of that. I feel like a lot of people um, that do have those, how do I want to say it, that do have those irregular irregularities in their personalities or their day-to-day conversations. Like I just don't think they understand how much that is affected by what they went through. And that's why I say vulnerability is a superpower, because I'm able to control that. You know what I'm saying? I still feel those emotions, but I understand that, if somebody cuts me off on the road, I'm not getting mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I was probably rushed this morning. Um, I probably had a bad day yesterday and it's still in my mind or my subconscious. You know what I'm saying? So it allows me to give a lot of people grace, because a lot of things that happen to us day to day is not somebody doing something to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I took what they did to me.
Definitely. I kind of want to touch on, like, you kind of mentioned, some tools and different things you do to, you kind of mentions like keep remind yourself in certain situations. But you just have like any practices you do outside like a simple reminder that kind of keeps you grounded whenever you maybe find yourself slipping mentally, or I don't know, like meditation or anything to that extent.
Yeah, man. Practically, yeah, journaling, bro. Journaling. I try to journal daily, and I notice a difference in my mentality when I don't journal. My journal is a safe space. You know what I'm saying? I have 10 minutes in the sauna before I start my workout every morning, and that's where I get everything I'm feeling out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's going through something at work or a life situation or something in my relationships. That's my safe space, bro. I can cuss them out as much as I want to. You know what I'm saying? I can be sad as I want to. I can let myself out because as long as I have it bottled in, you don't never know. It's like a what you call it, like a champagne bottle. Like you don't never know what's gonna blow that lid. Um, Literally, a lot of times when people snap, it's all this stuff that's accumulated over time that you suppressed, and it's literally the straw that broke the camel's back, bro. So yeah, journaling, and then I would say too, getting into my word, reading the Bible every day. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying, so I miss days, uh, but that gives me like my overall like what am I leaning towards? Like I want to be more like Jesus, like being able, I mean, being honest, bro, like being able to get slapped in the face and turn my other cheek so you can slap my other one, like that sounds crazy as hell. Like this, that's honestly, bro, like, but if he can do it, I may not be perfect every time, but I think Jesus was like the perfect example of emotional regulation. Like he understood, you know what I'm saying, even when he was on that cross, you know what I'm saying, with us celebrating Resurrection Day and Easter yesterday, like um forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Like they're just hurt people hurting other people, bro. And that's what I think a lot of interactions that we have day to day are. So yeah, um, I have to take an internal account of what I'm going through, being aware of what emotions I'm feeling, just so I can feel them. You know what I'm saying? And so other people don't feel them.
For anybody listening, tap into journaling, man. Obviously, if you come across AJ or I, we're going to try our best to share the gospel with you, man. Like, tap into the word, please. Please. Not for
The
us, for you,
truth.
for the community. Please.
That part.
Yeah,
That part.
yeah. Man, AJ, I told you he's on the phone, bro. We got a new segment. We got a new segment. Zay, let's clap it up for the new segment. Let's snap it up for the new segment. We got a new segment on the Easy Convo. Um, we do not have a name for it yet, but we will have a name for it, and then it's gonna have it on the screen where it's the new segment, but the name. But we appreciate you for being willing to jump into this. We got a rapid fire questions we're gonna ask you. So obviously we've had a chance to break down and really get the fruit of the answers that you've been giving us to our questions. But this is quick. I don't know if we should we put a time limit on a Zay to really make it like to
I'll leave
really
through a couple of them. A couple of them might take a little longer than others to answer, so
okay.
I don't put a time limit on it just so.
I'll
All
be
right.
quick. I can be quick. I can be
We're
quick.
not gonna give you a time limit, but it's the fourth quarter, and
I
we
got you.
like
Yeah, no, I
we
got you. I
need
got you.
big
I'm
time
locked
focus
in.
right
I'm
now. You
locked in.
feel me? All right, cool. So we got about six quick questions for you. We're gonna ask, and we're gonna get through them right now. So first question we got is, what is your go-to self-care? What is the first thing you're doing after a long week? Long week of work, long week in the gym. Where are you at?
Outside with my dogs, bro. Outside with my dogs, yeah.
Okay. Go-to Bible verse that always hits, that's hitting your heart, hitting home. What do we got?
Oh, go to. Oh man. Shoot. Oh shoot. Oh man, I have to think about this one. It's not rapid fire. I'll probably say, cleanse my heart. Psalms 51. Cleanse my heart. Yep, 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 yep. I'm gonna butcher it if I try to rapid fire it, but
I'm
yeah,
with
Psalm
you, bro.
51. Psalm 51.
I'm right there with you, bro. It took me. I was trying to memorize that for like 2 months for a while.
Yeah.
David's crying for help after he turns against Bathsheba. David, do better,
Yep.
please. Um, what's a lesson basketball taught you that confirmed that barbering is your calling?
Perseverance. Yep. Learning how to battle adversity. Yeah, like I said, life is going to give you lemons and it don't always make lemonade, but you got to figure out how to turn it into lemonade. So,
100%. What's one thing you feel like every man should unlearn?
bottling stuff up. Easy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, hey, man. God gave everybody emotions. We're not the only ones that's supposed to hold it in. Women do it all the time, and I'm not saying they do it in the healthiest way, but guys have emotions too, man. Learn how journal, have a homie, go to therapy, whatever it is. You got to get it out. You got to get it out. Go to the gym. Got to get it out.
100%. What's an unpopular opinion that you feel like is not an unpopular opinion?
Say it one more time. Unpopular opinion. What?
Unpopular opinion, but to you, this is an honest opinion.
Oh man, I might get canceled. First pot.
We're monetized over here. We are
Let's see.
monetized.
Let's see. Unpopular opinion. Um, I think everybody can be healthy. Uh it may look different to you, but whether it's mental, physical, or spiritual, emotional, get healthy. I don't feel like there's any excuse in the world to not take care of yourself.
You know, that's a good
Last
one.
question. We can spend a little bit more time on this. We got a little media. We can spend a little bit more time on this one. What's one thing you feel like God has taught you and is teaching you this year?
Patience. Patience, without a doubt. Patience in my career, patience in my relationships. Um, yeah, patience, bro. That's something I feel like, has been instilled in me from a kid is work for it and get it. And sometimes it's not your time. But God's time is perfect, man. So uh social media is hard. I stay off social media a lot. Even now, like I post my videos and I get off of it. Looking at numbers, looking at other people's, accomplishments, and that feeling of envy popping up. It's just not your time, and it may never be your time. And if it's not for you, I promise you, you do not want it. Because if it's against what God wants for you, it's gonna be hell.
Amen.
Hey, that was dope. I like that segment.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's cool. I actually had one more to add in. I was talking with E about this yesterday. What's an underrated quality that someone can possess that you notice when talking to someone?
Hmm.
Knowing how to listen. Knowing how to listen, bro. Um, I think there's a lot of people that listen to respond and not listen to hear. Uh, so I think it's very noticeable when you can talk to somebody and you say something that may be controversial and they don't judge you for it. Whether it's topics or how you feel about something, people that are able to just accept that's who you are and that's where you are at that moment and that's not who you are. I think that's very underrated.
That's exactly what E said too yesterday. That's funny.
A lot of snaps in today's conversation. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it.
Oh yeah. Before we wrap up, man, have a couple more questions for you. What's one thing you'd tell someone who feels stuck, in their life, whether that's in their career, faith, or their mental health? What's one piece of advice you would give them?
Um, I would ask them why they feel stuck. And it may be like a general question, but I think that a lot of people don't really understand what they actually want in life. So a lot of things that we pursue is because that's what we're being conditioned to pursue. So like for me, basketball. I thought I wanted to play overseas and I thought I wanted to be, what I'm saying, D1 and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, that's not really what brought me joy. What brings me joy is connecting with people like this. And I feel like that's why God, what I'm saying, put me in a position to become a barber. And that really brings me joy. So I would add, or I would say to people that feel stuck, I would ask them, is that something that you really feel like you want to do? Um, if you're not sure, I would ask you, what did you enjoy in your childhood? You know, because if you weren't able to pursue it, or if you felt weird or judged for doing it as a kid, but that really brought you joy, that's probably what's still going to bring you joy as an adult. So, Yeah, I would, yeah. That's how I'd answer that.
I like that. I never thought of it that way of like things that we enjoyed as children, like would still bring us joy now. Like for someone who enjoyed playing music, like why'd you stop playing music? Like
Yeah, I was called a cornball for being in the orchestra. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
shout out to the orchestra, man.
you
Shout out to the Kaufman Center down in Kansas City.
feel me? You feel me?
Um, AJ, we want to give you an opportunity to obviously, plug your Instagram if you're on I don't have TikTok, but if you're on TikTok, any of that space, and then the shop you're at right now, if you're looking for a good cut, AJ's about to tell you where to come get sliced up at.
Yeah, man. My Instagram is bigsouls.life. That's BIGSOULS period life LIFE. That's where you can catch all of my content. Like they said, I've been posting a lot of mental health and authenticity stuff. And if you need a cut, man, my link is in the bio. Don't have TikTok. It's just AJ White on Instagram or on Facebook. But yeah, the shop I'm at is the Edge Barbershop up north. If you're familiar with the area, it's over by Zona Rosa. It's a dope environment, man. Even if you don't come to me, you can go to any barber in there. And I can assure you, you're gonna get a great cut, man. So get a good conversation for sure. Gonna have a lot of laughs. Talk about any conversation. Yeah, I really feel like it's a gem in Kansas City because I feel like a lot of barbershops aren't as connected. Like I said, we're family oriented. A bunch of kids running in the shop, in and out the shop all the time. All the barbers have kids, and um, yeah, we have a good time every day.
Make sure everyone tap in with AJ at the barber shop. I really like what you're doing, man. I really like your outlook on mental health, your faith, just uplifting others around you. So I really enjoyed having you on today. You got anything
Appreciate
else?
it.
Yeah, man. Tap in with AJ at the Edge. Stop playing. Go get sliced. I done been to AJ. I learned to cut my own hair, so I could save some money. But if you ain't or you ain't trying to go boosie fade, go get a regular fade by my man AJ.
Come on,
At
come
the
on,
Edge.
come with it, man. I do
Um,
whatever you want, whatever you need. I got you. That's white, black, Mexican, whatever you got here. I can cut it, man.
you said, hold on, because I was gonna let Zayd hit the home run. You said you could do whatever you want. I didn't know where was we.
Hey man, I can do whatever you want, man. Some people come in with stuff, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna look great, but
Okay,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying.
okay.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
I'm
It may not look great, but if you paying me, boy, I'm gonna do it.
with you.
Hey,
Um, AJ, I didn't know if you were still into fashion. We didn't really touch a ton on that, but are you still doing the brand and things like that? If you wanted to speak a little
yeah.
bit on.
So we kind of took me and my brother, long story short, started a clothing brand about 3 years ago. Kind of took a break from it. But nah, this is something I really want to pursue again. I really just haven't been putting much time and effort into it. But I do have some stuff that I want to do this summer. Some pop ups. And it's called Soul Brother Clothing. This is where I get my name, Big Souls, from. And it's the same type of thing, being able to share testimony just through a different avenue, through clothes and fashion, faith based, Christian based. Uh, so yeah, that's kind of where that's at. Yeah, I haven't had any new releases lately, but like I said, yeah, I have some stuff in the works, whether it's this summer or next fall. Yeah, but regardless, you can check out our Instagram at Soul Brother Clothing, SOUL Brother BROTHER Clothing on Instagram. If you want to see like the type of stuff we put out, it's a lot of streetwear, a lot of hoodies, um, gym shorts, sweatsuits, stuff like that.
Hey, that's dope, bro. I love ideas like that. Even just like for me and E, just starting this podcast in general, bro. Like you just come up. A lot of people come up with ideas, but they never put it into like actual action. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
that's cool. Here you guys are doing that too, and I think that's a good piece of advice to anyone out there. Is to if you have an idea, go make it happen.
Don't make it
Don't wait.
happen, man.
Go
This
do
is the
it
generation to do it, bro. You can do anything on Instagram, anything on social media.
for sure.
Stop being scared and make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Got to.
But yeah, Zay, I'm gonna let you hit the home run. AJ, we appreciate you for coming on, bro. You know how we rocking. Um, we'll be tapped in this summer for sure.
Yup. Yup.
Go ahead and send him home, brother.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate you having you come on today, AJ. We hope this was a easy conversation with you. We obviously like hearing about your journey. You know how you use your platform to impact others, and I'll be seeing you at Spence League this summer. I'll be hoping.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee the hoops are gonna be too great for me. You know, I haven't touched the ball too much, but pause. I haven't touched the ball too much.
Making excuses now, so when you see him not hooping, you like, oh, he's
Ooh.
Nah, man, it was cool connecting with you, bro. I love doing this type of stuff, connecting with people I haven't, you know. Obviously, I used to see you around when I played with Miles on Team Rush or Yobo back in the day, but it's cool
Yeah.
connecting where you at or where you're at in your life now, and it was a fun time talking to you today. So, for all the listeners out there, make sure you like, comment, and share, and we'll be seeing you on next time.
Sorry,
Appreciate you, bro.
appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all having me on here, bro.